And a good Monday evening to you, Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. We have an area of low pressure here, and this is relatively significant. This system is, you can see the sort of surface area of low pressure deepening as it does. It's getting ready to track across the northern sections of Vermont while trailing this very strong cold front, this fine line here. And most recently, we have seen National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center put out a watch, and as well as several different warnings, as we have a line of thunderstorms producing very strong gusty winds associated with that. And you can see some of the wind gusts as the storm system moves along. You get a pretty good solid wind shift with a classic frontal boundary. And what's happening is this is translating across the basically southeastern two-thirds of the state. So as the area of low pressure will track into northern and western parts of Vermont, this deepening aspect, and in fact it deepens as it leaves Vermont as well, this is going to whip this wind, this frontal system, through this location here. We're going to see one major burst of wind, and then probably a little bit of a lull, and then kind of just gradient winds the rest of the night, mostly affecting the southern Green Mountains. But the main business, and I'm afraid we will see some impacts for utilities, is going to be the southern and eastern third of the state of Vermont. And that would include approximately, I want to say, Addison County to about maybe Caledonia County, and then points south. Washington County will be right on the edge of this. And this is going to happen over the next few hours. Let's take a look at the modeling. And just before I do that, I just want to show you the lightningmaps.org map site. We are seeing some thunderstorm activity that's on a track that'll probably track into Vermont, probably in somewhere in the vicinity of Rutland and maybe into Orange County at this point. But this is what we need to watch. In any Boeing segments, you have to think like thunder, summertime thunderstorms here with this kind of a deal, because this very much warm air, high dew points are rushing in out ahead of it, and they're going to be kind of brief, but it's kind of aiding this this fine line that we're seeing here with this cold front. Okay, this is the HRRR model, the high resolution rapid refresh, and we got it centered on wind gusts. We have 3 hours ago, and then we have the current modeling. So what you can see here is these winds really do pick up. They cut across the Catskills, the Mohawk Valley. They jump in, mostly affected by the higher terrain, and they get about as far north as Washington County. And this lead segment here kind of breaks apart a little bit with the White Mountains, but needless to say, you can see where the gusts are headed, whereas the northern part of Vermont is really going to escape a lot of this. So areas of most of the Champlain Valley, I would say into Lamoille County, probably over to a good portion of Caledonia County and north, will not be affected. Now later tonight, though, the gradient winds do pick up, but we have marginal gusts. But again, the main action is going to be along and east of the Green Mountains, and this goes all the way to the Connecticut River Valley. And the modeling depicted here has been surprisingly strong. It hadn't been this strong up until about 12 hours ago, and it's a fairly intense blow. And likewise with this warm sector that's moved in briefly, we have, of course, rain and then a changeover line. This is possibly some thunderstorms. Again, this would be valid at about 9 o'clock this evening, or let's say 8 to 9, tracking through the southernmost counties. And then 1 hour later, you see how fast things move. And then we're getting a little bit of accumulating snow in some parts of right up in the northern tier regions. The rest of us along the spine of the Green Mountains and so forth, probably going to see a trace to maybe a half an inch at the most. A little bit more up in this general area. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.